So let me pop something up right here. I'm not a big fan of slides and stuff like that, so I'm not going to be implementing much of those, except for to just kind of drive home a couple thoughts. But if you can see my screen, let me know. Pop on in the chat. Let me know if you guys see it. Let me know. I'm going to hit unpause on this. This is a video that I recorded right before we went live and started doing this. What you're seeing right here, all right, if I back this up, just to kind of give you guys a perspective, because I know a lot of times you get on these kind of webinars, you get on lives, you see them, and you're like, dude, look, I'm busy, man. I'm busy. I don't have a lot of time. I got life happening, and you want me to hang out with you guys for 30 to 45 minutes? This better be worth my time. So I guarantee you one thing, this will be worth your time. This is probably one of the most productive things you can be doing when it comes to generating an income moving into the next year. All right. What you're seeing here is literally from our admin panel of Karbon, and you're seeing a P&L and ROE report. This is 10%, 10.045 right here, 10.838. What this is are different trades that we've executed in the system. I'm going to let this play so you can see as I scroll through these while I talk. But every one of these trades that we've been executing using the strategy I'm going to show you guys like right now has been able to generate us 10% profit on those trades. Okay. So if you had $100 in, you're looking at $10 out, right? $100 in a trade, $10 out. So 10% on every single one of those trades. These are our members' results. And you'll see as this goes down to the end, I'm showing you 100 here, but check this out. 18,606 as of like 20 minutes ago. 18,606 executed trades that closed out profitably at the default settings, what I'm about to show you, okay? Let that sink in, guys. And we've been in kind of like a semi-beta mode. We've been tweaking things. We've been adjusting to markets as things change. We recently had the big crash. We made some tweaks after that. We didn't get crushed like everybody else, but we did have a lot of lessons to take away. So what I'm going to show you on the automated side, the semi-automated side, we'll call it, this is what it's doing right now. So if that sounds cool, if that got your attention, then hop in the chat and give me a 1. I want to see you guys. I want to see who's participating. I'm really looking for max participation. You guys are all in the crypto space. You know what you're doing. You've been around the stuff. You know it's volatile, and you know that doing something like this is not something you come across every single day. I challenge you to find another platform that's doing this, and you're going to see exactly why these trades are able to work out like this. Okay, so let's go ahead and kick that off. I just want to let you guys know what to kind of expect, because we're going to go through and I'm going to show you guys specifically. Let me go ahead and stop sharing. There we go. I'm going to show you guys specifically the trading strategy that we use. It's ridiculously simple. So you'll be able to see the actual trading strategy on the baseline trading strategy. There's more coming for it. And for those of you who are involved in Karbon, you're going to see that between now and the end of the year, there's so much happening in here. It'll make your head spin. Just all ways to be more profitable, right? But I'm going to show you a simple trading strategy that you can literally walk away from this tonight and go, hey, I'm going to go implement this. I'm going to go start doing this, right? This is simple for me to do manually. If you want to put some hot sauce on it and get it into a place where it's automatically working for you 24/7, well, that's where Karbon comes into play. But you're going to leave here with that, okay? So we're going to talk about that trading strategy. Then I'm going to tell you guys and walk you guys through the loss mitigation strategies that we use that enabled those 100% win rates that we've had in the system. The reason why we're able, if I were to tell you like, hey guys, I have 100% trading win rate trading strategy, you would be like, yeah, right, get out of here. And rightly so, because that is ridiculous. That's silly. That doesn't happen. And it doesn't happen just based off of signals and any one strategy. What that comes down to, getting those rates anywhere, you know, where you would normally be at a 60 or even a 50 up to 100, all comes down to money management. Okay, you guys are in crypto, so you know entry positions and when you're getting into a coin and what that looks like. But in order to really flourish with this, you need to have some crazy money management that if you were a Forex person, this isn't even an option for you, right? It's only because we're in the crypto space and we're in a new technology, and the last couple of months have enabled us to use these platforms and these services in such a way where we can literally manipulate our entry prices. We can make sure that we don't liquidate out, those kinds of things, okay? So let's go ahead and hop into it, all right? So if we're cool, if that sounds cool, let me know. Give me a yeah, let's do this. and we shall crush this out. And then, oh, by the way, at the end, I'll tell you what, I'll show you how we do stuff like this, okay? Real quick, I'll just give you a little taste of something I'm gonna show you. I'll show you how we do this right here, where we get into trades and we're not just taking 10% and getting 10% off the top, we're getting 100%, 190, 37%. So I'm gonna show you guys how we do this too. This is beyond the bot trades. That's $2,501 in trades with a profit ready to come off the table of $2,545. This is doubling the money that I put into the trade. It's nuts. I'm gonna show you guys as well how we do that. So I think you guys will be, for those of you who go on to work with us and be a part of our fam, I think you're going to thoroughly enjoy this. In order to make these kind of strategies work, you're going to want to have a TradingView account, and we use Bybit. So we use a Bybit account to go ahead and take our trades, and we use a TradingView account to go ahead and tell us when to get in and when to get out of these trades, right? Two platforms that are not very old, and have really come into fruition over the last like 8 months, right? So this is what we're using, okay? But to get into these trades, let's talk about that. So here's how we start trades off. Here's how we get into trades, right? How do we know when to pop into a trade? Well, what we do is we use on the baseline indicator 3 rules that we kind of live by on the baseline indicator, all right? You'll see what that means. But rule number 1 is we want to bounce off the band, all right? You guys are traders, you probably know Bollinger Bands, right? We want to bounce off those bands because they're like rubber bands. You can see, and I'll load these on charts, and you'll see as the cryptocurrency comes up, it bounces off and stays within these bands, okay? So we want to bounce off of those. We want to go up to the top, bounce off, and taking a trade down. We want to go to the bottom, bounce off, and take a trade going up. So I'm going to show you that. The next thing we want to do is we want to follow the money. We want to see where money is moving in and out of a particular currency pair. We need to be able to track that. We need to be able to know when that's happening, when money is going out of a pair, meaning the price is going to go down, or when money is moving into a pair, meaning the price can be going up, okay? That's what we're looking for. And we're paying attention to time. Time is very important, right? And when I say time, I mean when we trade, we don't want to trade on the 1-minute charts or the 5-minute charts or the 10-minute charts. We want to, at all times, try to stay on the higher end, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 1 hour. Those charts are not as sexy to be trading off of because they don't look as volatile, but that is what helps you the most, right? Is that there's stability there. So you want that. Even in some of these cryptocurrencies that bounce around like crazy, which in cryptocurrency it does, you want to make sure that you're operating on higher timeframes because it brings stability to your signals, okay? It brings stability to your signals. So those are the 3 rules that we're looking for. And then at the bottom here, you'll see it says, don't over leverage, right? You want to make sure you're not getting into trades with too much leverage, okay? Because the strategy that we're using is not a spot trading strategy. We're not buying a cryptocurrency and hoping it goes up, a little bit and then getting out with minimal profits. What we're trying to do is maximize our profits, which means we want to borrow other people's money. We want to trade with OPM, other people's cash flow, which means we're using leverage, but we're using it responsibly. We don't want to do 25x leverage, 50x leverage, and other stuff like that. What we're doing is we're getting into trades, starting out, typically we start out a trade at 10x leverage. So if I have $100 in the trade, I'm really trading with $1,000 worth of capital, okay? And then you'll see what we do in order to money manage that, but keep that in the back of your mind, okay? So that being said, let's go ahead and cut this off. Again, I don't like using slides. Hope you guys don't mind that. I'm sure you hate seeing those too. Let's go ahead and look at TradingView, okay? So this is TradingView, and this is one of the 3 components that we need. In order to make this work for us on autopilot, we use 3 components. We use TradingView, we use Bybit as the broker, and we use Karbon to manage those signals and manage our money management. So what you'll want to do is just go over to TradingView, and you can create a free account. Okay, I recommend the Pro Plus account. If you're going to auto trade, you're going to need the Pro Plus account, which is like, I don't know, $20, $30 a month or something. It's negligible if you guys plan on making a lot of money in crypto. Who cares, right? It's a tool. You want to build a house, you need a hammer, right? You want to trade, you're going to need TradingView. So it's a tool. So this right here, if you guys have never used it, is just showing you a cryptocurrency pair, right? This is AVAX, okay? Let me know if you guys are familiar with TradingView. If you are, put me. If you're not, put no. I kind of want to gauge and see, because I know you guys are a lot more crypto savvy than the average bear. Okay, cool. So we have a couple nodes. Most people, oh, very cool, very cool. So this is good, right? Most people, you guys have used these platforms. Okay, cool. So what we're going to use is we're going to go ahead and stick with rule number 1, which is bounce off the band. Now, this is, again, what I'm showing you is our baseline strategy. We have multiple strategies that we're going to be bringing in between now and the end of the year. I've got 3 of them that are coming online that are going to be, people can trade manually on, but our auto trader is going to be handling that. So we're going to be ramping up the amount of trades we're in with 2 more different strategies. Okay. This is one strategy. It's baseline because it's like tried and true, right? No fuss, no muss. So here's what we do. We're going to add in the bands. So I'm going to go up to this FX and I'm going to pop in here and I'm going to type in, we're going to go look for bands, right? We're looking for Bollinger Bands. Okay. So I'm going to add these for like the one person who hasn't used them, use TradingView. This is for you. I mean, the rest of you, you're like, yeah, man, I've used this stuff before. So we're going to use Bollinger Bands. We're going to pop that in there. Okay. And then that just put a overlay of Bollinger Bands onto the indicator, all right, onto the charts. Now, the next rule that we had was follow the money, right? We want to follow the money. So we're going to use this to trade, and we're also going to follow the money. So what I want to do is I want to pop on a money flow indicator, right? Money flow index. So this is telling me, much like the RSI, when something is in the overbought or the oversold position. So what I'm looking for when I'm trading here with this particular strategy, what we're looking for is we're looking for the money flow index to be outside of this box. If I go ahead and zoom in here, okay, you see that this is my range that is acceptable range for a movement of a market. If it gets way up here, okay, at the top, then you want to look for a trade going down. If it gets way at the bottom, then you want to look for a trade going up. So this would be a good example. We're outside the money flow indicator, money flow index. All right, we're outside down here at the bottom, and we're out over here, we're outside, and you can see that it went up, and then over here it went down. Now, this is one thing we're looking at, the money flow. When it's overbought or oversold, we want to take a trade in the other direction. Simple, right? But also we want to look at the Bollinger Bands at the same time for confirmation. And we're looking for when a particular time frame, on that time frame, that when it opens and closes outside of the Bollinger Band without touching it, okay, on like this 45-minute chart, we want it to open and we want it closed outside of this Bollinger Band. That's what we're looking for while we're in this overbought position. So that means when we see this, we'll see it come down. This is the setup that we're looking for. So as I scan through here, I'm looking for instances like this. I just spotted one. All right, we're opening, closing, and this is kind of close to the Bollinger, being outside the Bollinger Band, not quite, but this is overbought position, meaning it's going to have a sell-off and come down. And you'll see this, if you do this, you'll notice this every single time, right? Boom, we come outside right here. All right, we're outside that Bollinger Band, boom, we're going up, and you can spot these and they're coming down. And what you're looking for is this to happen and give us a 1% move. Check this out. Here's another one right here. Okay, here's a good example right there. So this is what we're looking for when we're trading. Now, what we did, right? What we did, okay, is we took this concept and this trading strategy, and we're like, man, it's hard to catch these. You got to kind of be in front of your computer. So we coded this out inside of TradingView to where when that instance happens, all right, if I shut this down, get rid of this, okay, and let me remove this. When that instance happens, okay, then it goes ahead and shows me right on my chart. So you can see this, okay? You can see right here a trade executing. Here's another trade executing. And what this software is doing is it's just going back and it's looking for every single instance where that happened, where we were outside the Bollinger Band and the money factor indicator was overbought or oversold. So you guys can go do this manually. You can watch the replay of this, and you can do this manually where you just look for these and then you go ahead and take a trade on them. But what we built was a system to automate this, right? Because scale of 1 through 10, 10 being you have all the time in the world, 1 being you ain't got no time. How much time do you have? Do you have all the time in the world to sit in front of charts and monitor 1 currency pair or 10 currency pairs or like the 30 that we trade on in the system? You probably don't, right? You don't really have time to sit here and look at them, nor would you even catch them. So you can go do it yourself. You can go do it manually and take these trades. However, we built this out to go ahead and just do it for you. Okay. That's what, if you get these indicators, you can do it for you. I'm going to show you how you can do that. Okay. So that's number one. Number one, that's the trading strategy. That's how we get into these trades. But there's going to be times where you start losing a trade. Let me go find one on this chart. All right. Here's one right here. Kind of. Okay. So most of these are just in and out, right? 54 trades closed, 100% win rate, back testing over a year. But you see right here where you start to lose this trade. There's going to be times where you start to lose this. And sometimes it gets really pronounced. Like you go way into this red area where you're losing it, and then you come back down to win. So what we do in order to get a massive win rate in this is we apply money management. So let me ask you guys, have you ever been in a trade and it just started going south on you? You just started losing, right? And you're watching this thing and you're like, man, this is supposed to go up, but it keeps going down, right? And it's just getting scary for you, right? You start losing it. So what we do in order to make sure that we win our trades is we apply advanced money management to it. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. Okay. We go over here, grab this, and I'll show you guys what we do. And this can only be done, which is what's nutty about this, is it can only be done really in the cryptocurrency space. So this is what we do. We have a loss mitigation system that you can do manually yourself, or we do it on autopilot for you in Karbon. What we do is we go ahead and we use a 3-step exit strategy. Okay. And this is designed to prevent losing trades. So when a trade goes against us and we start losing, what we do is we go ahead and we pop in here and we change our settings mid-trade. We'll take a trade that we originally got in at 10x leverage. We'll drop it down to 5x leverage mid-trade. And then that's step one. Step two is we'll go and repurchase a position. And when we do this, if you're like a Forex guy and I say repurchase a position, your spidey sense starts tingling. And you start going, oh, that's a martingale strategy, Kevin. And that doesn't work because you're just buying new positions. And you would be correct. But in the crypto space, when you go ahead and repurchase a position, what ends up happening is you move the entry price. You adjust that entry price. You change it. You literally cheat on your trade. So you got it wrong and you repurchase it and you cheat on that trade. You moving the entry price to a better position for you. Then on step three, what we do is we reduce leverage. And we go along this kind of pattern. We reduce leverage, we repurchase, we reduce leverage, and we keep reducing that leverage down so that our liquidation prices, the price with which we would lose money, gets pushed out, gets moved. So let me show you what that looks like. Do you have any questions so far, or is this making sense for you guys? I know if you're in the Facebook group, it's like 15 seconds delayed. I'm kind of not looking at that. But if you're on the Zoom right now, if you got any questions on what we've covered so far, let me know, because it's quite simple, right? We want to keep stuff as simple as humanly possible. We want to keep the strategy to getting in trades simple. If you start over analyzing these things and adding in 50 different configurations on how you get in, right, into a trade, if you start saying, look, I'm looking for a bearish divergence before I'm going to take a trade going up, if you start doing those things, that's all fine and dandy for manual trading. But when you want to go ahead and trade in a more automated fashion, you need to keep it stupid simple. Okay. So simply you're buying. So I got a question. Jay says, so basically buying the dips through multiple positions, we will win bear or bull. So I'm so glad you asked that question, right? We're not necessarily buying the dips. We're also buying the highs, right? So, but we're taking trades going long and we're taking trades going short. So the biggest problem that I see with a lot of the trading softwares or trading bots that are out there, a lot of them they're just kind of garbage. And one of the reasons why they're garbage is because they only thrive in a certain market. So I'm really glad you asked that, because What we do is we take longs and we take shorts, meaning we take trades going up on leverage and we take trades going down on leverage. So if we see a trade where it says, hey, currency pair spiked up real quick, and it's going to retrace, and the system detects that, then it will take a trade going down. Same thing, if it flies down and it looks like it's going to come back up, it takes a trade going up, right? So we don't care if we're in a bull market. We don't care if we're in a bear market. We simply don't care. It makes no difference to us. I would rather be in a bull market because of how leverage works, right? I'd rather be taking longs, but it doesn't matter. We take longs and shorts, okay? It's crazy. And Alex says, hey, I've never seen a system that shorts before. That's huge. The reason why most of those systems don't short is because they don't know how to manage this leverage. They don't know how to manage leverage, right? Leverage is dangerous. It's so tricky. So that's why we built these systems out to do it. So I'm going to show you guys. I took a trade earlier and I'm hoping that it is negative. I took a trade for like BTC. Yep. Okay. Good. I got a couple negatives. So what I wanted to show you guys was some negative trades to see what happens when you're in a trade. So I'm going to go share my screen again. Okay. So I'm going to go pop in here. Now this is a smaller account. All right. But I got a couple trades that I've got going on negative right now. All right. This I opened up a couple hours ago. When I saw Bitcoin rally up a little bit, I took a trade going up so I can show you guys what happens on leverage. So we got some good examples. So we only have $25 and $60 in there, but you guys will get the point, right? On your higher accounts, on your $100 account, $100,000 accounts, if you guys are going to be running accounts that big, it'll all scale up. So this is a great example. So let's say I get into a trade. I'm at 10x leverage on Bitcoin. What I want to show you guys is the money management steps that we take. So step one, okay, if I'm in this BTC, all right, I'm only in it for 25 bucks. But my entry price, I got into it when it was 49,891. Okay. What I do, and my liquidation price, mind you, the price with which I lose that money is 45,152. So Bitcoin, I got in the trade at 49K, 49,891. My liquidation price is 45,000, meaning that Bitcoin would have to drop to 45,000 for me to lose money. If that makes sense, give me a yes. Got in at 49.8. Bitcoin has to drop to 45 for me to lose money on this trade. Okay. So check this out. This is what we do. All right. This is negative 23%. Okay. Negative 23%. And here's my liquidation price. I'm going to go ahead and do something crazy here. Something that you can only do in crypto. Watch this Bitcoin price. It's at 49,891. I got 45,000, and my liquidation price, the price with which I lose money, is 45,152, and I'm at 10x leverage. The first step in money management is to lower my leverage. So when this gets to negative 50, I will come up here, okay, and I'm going to take my leverage from 10, and I'm going to bring it down to 5. I'm reducing how much I'm borrowing, which means my liquidation price will move. Watch what happens when I do this. This liquidation price of 45,152, okay? Bitcoin goes there, I lose my money. But watch this. I'm gonna hit confirm, okay? You guys see my screen, right? I'm gonna hit confirm. And look at my liquidation price now, okay? I'm gonna zoom in. Zoom into this. My liquidation price moved to 40,163. You guys see that? So I just changed the price with which this would have to go for me to lose money. I just moved that liquidation price down. That's step number one. Step number two in this process, right, was to what? Was to rebuy in. So I'm going to go ahead and rebuy in real quick, okay? I'm going to go up here and I'm going to take a new trade. All right, I'm trying to keep this in the screen all kind of blown up, so it's weird. But I'm going to go ahead and let me back it out so you can see everything. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and purchase another position, right? And when I do, I wouldn't do it at this level, but I just set this up so you guys can see. I'm going to go ahead and purchase another position in here. So right now, my entry price is 49,891. 891. I want to move that. I want to cheat. I want to move that down. So I'm going to go to my stage 2. Stage 1 was to reduce my leverage. Stage 2 is going to be to buy another position. So I'm going to do it. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and buy another position. So watch this entry price. It's going to change, and watch this liquidation price. It'll also change. Not too much because we're not really that negative, right? But you'll get the point. Okay. And I'll snapshot this so you guys can see the before and after. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and open up another position. Boom. Okay. I just went ahead and opened up another position, and I just beeped on my phone that it worked. Right. But what happened is my entry position moved and my liquidation price moved. Right. So let me grab that other snapshot of what we did there. Open this up. Okay. Right here. All right. So this was my initial trade. I had dropped it down to 5x leverage. My entry price was 49,891. It's now 49,289. So I moved my entry price. So the price with which I have to hit to get into profits moved. Okay. That's phase 2. Phase 3, if it keeps going against me, is I go take this and I drop the leverage again to 2.5x leverage. Confirm. When I did that, now look at my liquidation price, guys. It's $29,820. You guys seeing this? Give me a yes if you guys are seeing this. This is what we're doing. So when it goes against me and I need to wait a little bit for the markets to cool down and for the trade to go in my direction, I'm adjusting my leverage while I'm in that trade so I don't lose. Check this out. This will blow your mind. I'm going to bring this down to 1x leverage. Okay. I just brought it down to 1x leverage. Now my liquidation price on Bitcoin for me to lose this trade would have to go to $246.50. Is it making sense now why we have a 100% win rate thus far? Because this is what we do, right? Not only do we go ahead and get into trades, right? We get into these trades that we've back tested it with a 100% win rate, and we go back to the beginning of the year, okay? But we're also put ourselves in a position that if it starts going against us, we can change the damn entry price. Excuse my French. I get excited about this stuff, guys, because it's crazy. We change the entry price, we cheat. And then what ends up happening is we then go ahead and reduce our leverage to give us cushion. So if the market has a big crash, it flies straight down, we don't really care. The worst thing that happens is we get stuck in a trade for a while, but we don't want to put ourselves in a position where we lose. That's how we're able to do this. And here's the crazy thing. We took all of this, okay? We took all of this and we built out a platform called Karbon, all right? I'm going to go into one of these demo accounts here. Hold on. Actually, let me go into a live account. Let me go log out of this. I'm going to go into a live account that's in here, okay? Let me go pop into a live account. Should we go into an account that has under or more than 50K in it? You guys let me know in the chat. Under or more than 50K? Pick one. So 50K or up, yeah? All right. So let me go pop in here. Hold on. Let me go back. How much is in this one? 40. Let me go to one that's got close to 100K. Boom. Okay. So this account has 109 trades in it. Okay. 109 trades in it. Let's go into the trader. All right. Let's see what's going on in here. So $97,000 in this trade. Okay. It's up $31,000 in the last like 30, 40 days. With a lot of downtime as us tweaking stuff. It's crazy, right? It's a $31,000 gain on this account. So it's at 97K, nutty, okay? So let's see how we do this, all right? And this is where like we're pulling profits out of that account too. We pulled like a bunch of money out of that account, all right? He says more. So here's what we do, guys. All right, we set up a system in Karbon. It's called the Academy, all right? And what you do is you come on into the Karbon Academy and you get training videos. Okay. You get training videos. But here's the thing. Is anyone, if you go and join Karbon, are you really here to listen to me talk? Probably not. You probably don't like my voice. You might even want to punch me in the face. I might not have a likable face. I don't know. I hate my voice. I got to edit these videos, so feel bad for me. But you're not in here, okay, to listen to me talk or go through training videos. Every video in here is designed to do one thing: push you forward and further and closer to your goals. So what we do is we have a getting started training, okay? And in that getting started training, we go ahead and we show you how to create your Bybit account. If you've never had a Bybit account, you need to go ahead and get a VPN, all right? And they're offshore accounts. That's why. If you're in the United States, you have to go ahead and use a VPN to use these things, okay? Because America's regulations are insane, even though most of their customers are in the US. So we're gonna show you how to set up a Bybit account, okay? Number one, how to set it up, how to fund it, okay? That's your Bybit account. We don't have control over that. Those funds that you put in your Bybit account are your funds in your Bybit account. Number two, we get into TradingView. You have to get a TradingView account, okay? Bybit obviously is a free thing. TradingView has a cost to it. I can't remember. It might be like $16 or something, or $30 a month. I don't know. Because who cares when you're making this much money, right? When you guys start making money, you just won't care. Like, oh no, I got to pay $30 to a TradingView account so I can get compounding interest on my money, right? Who cares? So you have to have a TradingView account, all right? So I show you guys how to get TradingView, how to set up your TradingView account, all right? And how to add the baseline indicator, how to get your hands on our indicator, all right? Once you get your hands on our indicator, it'll look something like this right here. You'll be able to apply it to your currency pairs, all right? You'll be able to see it, and you'll be able to back test these trades based off of the strategy. You basically get TradingView, you write our help desk, and you go, hey, I got my TradingView account, here's my username, and we go, okay, cool, and our support staff goes and adds this onto your TradingView, so now you have access to it, okay? That's what it does. Then the next thing is I walk you through how the baseline indicator works, okay? So you have a good understanding of it. Then we get into setting up the bot, all right? These are all action steps. We show you how to connect it into the system, okay? How to connect this into the system. And when you do that, you're literally copying and pasting over your APIs, okay? And you're setting up Karbon you're setting up the Karbon assisted trader. Then I teach you guys money management and how to do this, okay? And then we get into connecting the bot. Now, what the bot does for you, all right, is the bot will do this, okay? When I say bot, this is what I'm referring to. Let me go to configure one of my bots. Boom, okay. So what the bot does is you come in here, you put your API key, you put your secret key in here, okay? You select your trade size. I highly suggest you don't fool around with these settings. They are optimized. So you have a trading size of 2% of your account. You can do whatever you want, but you don't want to liquidate. If you want to liquidate, then go ahead and do something like that, in my opinion. If you don't want to liquidate and you want everything to just grow nice and steady, then I would do something like that. Just leave it alone. So you have your trade size, 2%. You have your leverage, max number of trades to be open. All that stuff is determined. So the system is monitoring your account to make sure that you don't get in too many trades and over leverage yourself. Okay. Number of trades after reaching stage 4. I'll show you what that means here in a minute. What are you taking profit on? And what currencies are you allowing the system to take trades on? Right. And there's a big list here. Just because it's on this list does not mean we're currently trading on it. Right. We're not trading on sand. That thing's volatile as crazy. We're definitely not trading on Shiba, but we have the ability to do so. So it's there. Okay. So if you want it, you can enable it. That doesn't mean you're actually going to trade on it. Okay. Now, these are your initial conditions for getting into a trade. So when it opens up a trade, it's going to follow these conditions. But then we toss in that advanced money management we were talking about, right? So what do? You start out with 10x leverage. Stage 1, when it gets negative 50, it drops you down to 5x leverage. Sound familiar, right? We just talked about this. Then it goes to stage 2. When it gets negative 50, it repurchases in and doubles up on that trade. Keeps your take profit at 10%. Then if we go to stage 3, meaning you're negative 50 yet again, you go to 2.5x leverage. Then you go to 1.5x leverage. Then you go to 1x leverage. And you can even add this and go, hey, I want to change it to cross leverage if it goes to negative 50 again. And I want that to be at 5x leverage. and I want my take profit to be 4%. Update. You can do this. You can change these things. I say leave it at the default settings. However, this is what we do, okay? So this is Karbon. This is how you use it. And it's stupid, stupid simple to go ahead and once you create your TradingView account, all right, I'm going to show you something ridiculously easy here in a second. Once you have your TradingView account set up and we give you the indicators, you are now in a position where you are firing off trades from your TradingView account because it's you have the indicators now. It's your TradingView account. All you're doing is right-clicking on an indicator, create an alert, and you send that alert to us. We tell you exactly how to do it step by step. When you do that, now it's going to open that trade on your account. It's going to adjust the leverage, right? Repurchase in, go through all the stages that we go through to money manage. And then it's going to get you out of the trade when the trade goes into profitability. That's what the entire platform is doing. But keep in mind, the signals are coming from you, from your TradingView account. You set up the trading account, you have the indicators, you're shooting off the signals. We just show you exactly how to do it step by step, okay? That's what we're doing here. So if you have other indicators that you like on TradingView, that issue buy and sell signals, you could come in here, set up another sub account and use those and test them out and play with them and see what works on those too as well. Like it gets crazy. The possibilities of what you can do in here are nutty. You can have the 3 accounts attached to this thing, 3 Bybit accounts. That's where we are. So having said that, once you have the indicators, how do you know like what settings to take, right? How do you know what settings you actually take? Well, what you do is you come to the connecting the bot, and I've got these bite-sized videos that you can go through, okay? And you can say, oh, I want to connect Solano, for example, right? And you just go step by step, boom, boom, boom. But let's say you're going to connect Solano, okay, Sol. There's a video that shows you what the results have been in the system, kind of walks you through it. It's like 2 minutes, literally, gives you time frames. And what you'll do is you'll click this right here. You'll click on it and it will bring you on over, okay? And you literally just copy this to your account. All right, let me go ahead and do something. Hold on. I got to get rid of some off here. Let's go to this. Boom. Okay. Boom. There we go. So once I click on that link, I just go copy. Okay. And I can copy this indicator. Boom. And now I've got it on my account. All right. Right from the back office of Karbon. And what I can do is I can now go ahead, where Karbon account was at? Here it is. And I can now configure it for the 30-minute, the 1 hour, and the 4 hour. So I just go 1 hour. I see this 1 hour has 29 trades. I can go to the 30-minute, right? I see it has 40 trades, 100% win rate, right? What was the other one? The last one was a 4 hour. I can go to the 4 hour and I can see it has another 17 trades. So I'm picking up like 100 trades throughout the year on this, right? And then I can just go right click on here and go, actually we go up to these 3 dots and go add an alert, boom. And when I click add an alert, I paste in my URL from my system. I paste in a message and I name it, I hit create. And now it's going to take those trades. It's that stupid simple, right? It's easy. And if you get stuck and you're like, oh, I don't know, I don't even want to set this up. We can actually help you do that. So if you're like, I don't even want to set this up. Like, I don't want to go set up the TradingView. I don't have time for it. We have a service in here you can get where you can actually have us do that for you. So that exists as well. Okay. So kind of crazy. So real quick, guys, scale of 1 through 10. All right. I'm going to show you one last thing, guys. I'm going to show you one last thing. But scale of 1 to 10 so far, how cool is this system? 10 being, I've never seen anything like this before. What the hell? To 1 being like, yeah, dime a dozen, Kev. Like, how cool is this system? That it does all this, that you can do all this in the platform. And we're just getting started. Between now and the end of the year is going to get nutty. We're adding in more indicators. We just turn on some more technology in the system. This is all we do is like try to get things better and better and better and better and better in the platform. Between now and the end of the year are going to be nuts because we are on a run. Patrick says 9. Dang it. I got a 9, guys. What do I got to throw in, Patrick, to make this a 10, man? How do we do this? Let's do this. I can't please everyone. So yeah, so between now and the end of the year is going to get nutty. And here's what we're going to do. Okay. Let me see if I can make it better, Patrick. Give me a second. Okay. So sometimes these trades go south, right? Sometimes they go south. So what I did was I created what's called the Beyond the Bot section. Okay. These are 6 videos that show you how to create a sub account on Bybit. All right. Another sub account on your Bybit account, how to fund it, fund the sub account. I walk you around Bybit, and then I show you how to open a trade and take profits on it. Why would I show you that? Because in the Beyond the Bot trading, what we do is when a trade is going against us, okay, when we're in like the Solano, all right, and we go back, let's see if there's any good ones over here. What I'm looking for is a trade to be negative on me for a bit. Okay, oh, here we go. Here's a good one. That's kind of good. I'm looking for a real negative one. Okay, here we go. Sometimes you gotta really hunt down for the negative ones. But I mean, you gotta imagine we're doing this on like 28 different currency pairs with different time frames. So look at this trade right here. This would have gotten us into a short trade at $61.0007 on Solano. And then that was on August 16th of 2021. On August 18th, we took profit on it. But for this time, we were actually negative. So what we do is we go, hey, look, when we're at negative, you'll know because in your Karbon back office, you might be in a stage 3. So if you hit a stage 3, right, meaning things went against you, you'll see it go through the stages. Stage 1, reduce your leverage. Stage 2, repurchase in. Stage 3, reduce your leverage. When you hit that stage 3, you want to go ahead and take another trade on that same trade going down. So we're in one trade, we're waiting for it to win. It took 2 days. We're stuck in it for 2 days. As that was going up, all right, we were losing, we go into a sub account and we take another trade going down and we pick up all of this area in profits. Let me show you something. Okay. This is me doing exactly that. If I come over here, this is 2 accounts. You see, this is an AVAX right here. And I recorded this and I dug it up for this call. This was on November 15th. This happened. Okay. It was a screen recording from November 15th. So a month ago, I was negative on AVAX. Okay. I was losing on AVAX, not by much, by 1.8%. But the thing is, I had been even more negative. So I took another trade. Same with Link. I was negative on Link. As I'm losing these trades, waiting for it to come around and make profits, what I'm doing is I'm going on a sub account and I'm opening up those trades on a sub account. And this is what happened. As I'm negative here on Link, I'm positive Link up here. This is a different account, right? So look at this. You can watch these two. As these go back down and get me into profit, I am picking up that money all the way down. So instead of getting just 10%, which is where I close these trades out at, I'm picking up 50 here, another 20 there. Look at this. This is how I'll bring this forward. Oh, there one just closed out. And I'm sorry, guys. I get excited about the stuff because it's nuts, man. All right. Let's go bring this back. You can see this one, this Link. What did we close this out at? 300 bucks or something? Right here. So this closed out right there. You see that? Boom. As this trade is going, this Link up here closes out. And that was AVAX. So this AVAX closes out right here. 24% I picked up here. As it's closing out in profit down here at the same time, boom. I took it my AVAX first on my sub account, and then I take my AVAX down here as it goes into profit. Nutty. So when I'm losing, I'm winning. Okay. If I bring this out even farther, let's see how big this got out. This got up to another 300 bucks. That's $600 that I'm making while I'm sitting in losing trades. Patrick, does that change the game for you, man? Does that give me that last 1%? It's okay to say no, man. Let me know. 9.8, damn it. Okay. All right, fine. So let's see if we can't go ahead. Now we're on a mission to appease Patrick. All right. So So here's another one. This is me doing it again. While I'm losing these trades, all right, this is what I'm doing here. I'm doubling my money right here. Now, I think Patrick's gonna be like, yeah, dude, cool. I'm still at 9.8. How about this? How about just for this group? All right. Let me okay. Just for this group, I'm gonna do something. Anyone who gets started with this, what we're gonna do, because if you're joining with Alex and Alfredo, like you guys know, like you're in good hands. Like these guys are ridiculously protective of their community. So here's what I want to do. Anyone who gets started with this, with Karbon, all right, and we'll put a time limit on this. Obviously, I'll let Alfredo do that because I want to do this as sooner rather than later. We will do a webinar with a private group of everyone who gets started that is specifically in their teams. Okay. And we will hop on and we'll get on there as long as you want to, go through trading strategies. I'll give you an orientation. We'll walk you through step by step what you need to do to get up and running, right? It'll be more like it'll be a meeting. So everyone will be unmuted. You guys can ask questions, get answers, go through all this stuff. All right. We'll do just a private webinar for this group. Patrick, where are we at, man? Is that a 10? Let's just do a Q&A. Just our group, closed group. Yes, my boy right there. All right. I didn't want to have to. You should have said no, dude, because I was about to say, look, everyone gets free access. But I mean, we can't, what are you going to do? All right. So, so we're good. We're good. All right. So that's what we'll do. We'll set up a webinar. I want to kind of do it sooner rather than later because we got a lot of things going on. It's going to get nutty in here really quickly. What I'm doing, the mode that I'm in, if you guys look at the crypto space and what's happening, is I'm in the mode of adding in right now more indicators, more signals to get the trade volume up really high. Up until now, all those trades you start closing, those are me artificially retarding things because we're monitoring and we're adjusting to market conditions. We just got done going through one of the biggest crashes since 2020, since March of 2020. They're arguably the one in May was right on par with it, but the velocity with which it fell down, nutty. And we're on a knife's edge, which direction we're going. For me, I don't care if we go up, I don't care if we go down. What I care about, because if we go down, we're going to take trades. If we go up, we're going to take trades. Who cares? We win either way. We don't care. But what I do look at is how these different platforms interact with us on a coding perspective, on an execution perspective during a major crash. Because during crashes, weird things happen. You guys might have noticed, like in May, if you were trading back then, which I say back then, it feels like it was like 10 years ago. It was really just a few months ago, right? So if you were trading back then you noticed that when you went on to these platforms like Bybit and Binance and all this kind of stuff, it would just flash at you. You couldn't open trades. You couldn't close trades. It was crazy. And that affects the API signals, okay, that are coming back and forth through the different platforms. So we have to adjust to those. And we just got done getting the biggest lesson we were able to get. We saw during the crash, the errors that we would get when a crash is happening. We built in redundancies and such to address those. And we're still putting some of those live to this day, like literally after this call. So we get to do nothing but improve. And now we're in a place right now where this next update we're making it go through puts us in a position where we can up the trades. We can substantially get more trades in the system. It can handle more. So what we're doing is we're just adding in more trades. So now in the end of the year, we want that trade volume to be up massive. We want to see trades firing off a lot more often than they do now. Obviously, you only take good ones, but we want to have a lot more trades firing off. So that's what we're doing. So 2022 is going to be freaking insane inside of Karbon and what we're doing here. And I'll say this again. I don't want to get sappy, but you guys are in good hands. Alfredo, Alex, good people. Like, this. You've been around them. They care about their community. They care about their people. They want to see you succeed, right? We had a call the other night, and these guys just, if you could be a fly on the wall and see like where their heart is at and what they're looking to do to help out their communities, it's nuts. And the things that they've turned down in the past to promote or be a part of. So the fact that they slapped their name on this and said, hey, yeah, let's do this, man, it means a lot to me. And I think that you guys know the integrity that they have, right? So that's where we are. So let's crush it out. What does he say? Can you register Bybit in New York, living in New York? Yes, you're basically, you say, hey, look, I'm in a different country, and you use a VPN, right? And here's the thing, to go along that, Pauly, here's the thing. The cryptocurrency space, I think you guys know there's a lot of regulation that's floating around about this, right? There's some regulation that just got passed that hurts it with crypto tax and stuff like that. And there'll be a lot more regulation coming to bear. And some of it will be well-deserved and welcomed, as we want to have it more regulated so that bigger institutions can come in and put more money in and we can all make more money. Number one. But number two, they're probably going to make regulatory mistakes. So over the next couple of years, right? In the next couple of years, there's going to be a consolidation with what happens in crypto. Just like we saw in Forex, when all the Forex markets were overseas brokers and you couldn't trade with leverage until Oanda popped up, right? That's the company you can trade. It was one of the original companies you could do Forex with leverage. That kind of a consolidation is going to happen in the crypto space. And after watching the hearings from Congress, I'm confident that the regulatory bodies that we have in place, the congressmen, some of them are really smart on crypto and they're getting smart faster. But I think we have 2 years to where it's still kind of the Wild West and you have the biggest opportunity we'll have. So while the opportunity will always be good, the next 2 years are going to be massive, guys. You don't want to miss out on this. You want to be in a place where you can have this thing auto trading for you, but then also be able to take those trades yourself on a sub account. Okay. And what did Jason ask? Jason asked something. So is it automated in the back office and we don't live trade at all, right? No, you live trade. I got confused when setting alerts. Oh, okay. So you do you're live trading, but what you're doing is you're having trading view, you're setting alert, and you're having trading view tell Karbon, go ahead and take this trade. And then Karbon will take it on your Bybit account and manage it. Okay. That's it. And there's videos to walk you through, kind of bite-sized videos. And again, if you guys get in, we'll do a private webinar with just this team, and everyone will be unmuted. It'll be a meeting versus a webinar, so we can just ask questions. I can get to know you guys, you know what I mean? And we can roll from there, okay?